My next question would be, and you can decide to answer or not. You can say like, you know what, let's just skip to something else and not this. Are you currently dating? Because you've mentioned like
Yeah.
taking care of your kid and everything. How's your dating life
Well,
going?
I'll answer this way. According to the internet, I'm married to one Larry Madowo.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but I will plead the fifth on my relationship status.
Okay. Okay, but is it something that like in just your life you
Yeah.
think like it's something that has to be necessary? Because I'm just guessing, like, do you believe like in like a family setting, or like you
Yeah.
just since like you started this at 18 and like you are like
Yeah.
I can handle this on my own, I don't really. And at this point I don't think with this whole you already have proved that to yourself personally
Yeah.
that you can actually get everything done on your own. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing even like maybe people who would want to approach you,
Yeah.
you probably have higher standards than just the.
Well,
No,
I would
you
say
don't have a type.
I would put it this way. No, not really. I would put it this way.
Yeah.
Um, I've always admired a healthy family setup because that's also what I came from,
Yeah.
and I've always desired that for myself. When it comes to potential or a current, because I'm not going to give you that,
Yeah.
it has to be someone who fits into the purpose of what I want to do. So when we do come together, we come together as one entity to do something greater than if we were doing it on our own.
Yep.
I don't want to get into something where it's like, come home, dinner's cooked, yeah, you have the regular talk, and then go to sleep, wake up in the mornings, do it again. No,
It's the same routine over and over again.
I want to build an empire with this person.
Yeah.
So they need to have,
Like Jay-Z,
Just a-
Beyonce status,
let me
like
tell
those
you,
kind of.
we have to have just as big a vision
Yeah.
together. And us coming together now kind of takes it up to the next level.
So you're not the kind of person who'd be like, he has to be super rich, he has to be this tall. Yeah, tall.
Sidri driving the...
Yeah.
No.
No? So as long as he has that drive and everything, that works for you.
Obama was driving a car with a hole in it when he met Michelle.
Well, I saw that. Remember their picture in Kenya, first of all? They're like,
Hello.
you guys were just meant to be together. And some of those dynamics come to play once like they get in those positions.
Yeah.
You understand why it's so important to get somebody who actually
Yeah, because you
loves
may not
and you
be
have that
here
connection.
in
Yeah.
terms of salary and
Yeah.
whatnot, or even your status in society,
Yeah.
but you'll be here in terms of how you think, and your drive.
And that's
where
how you.
Yeah, and that's how you grow.
Yeah, true.
That's how you grow.
So yeah, since we're just talking about just love life and everything, what's an ideal like date with Rubadiri? Like
My
if you're just going out on a date, maybe with someone you're seeing or a first date, what would be? Are you the kind of person like me? I don't drink water. I just drink champagne, and are you just like the kind of person who, like, do a pizza date? Like what's an ideal date? Just if somebody was to take you out.
A beautiful landscape somewhere, and a
Uhuru Park?
picnic basket.
Uhuru
A
Park.
bit better. Let's upscale that one a bit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, but somewhere with an. Yeah, I know. I
beautiful
know
view.
what you're saying. Yeah.
And food that we probably prepared. It's very simple, like
Oh, wow.
sandwiches or whatever.
And
And
actually
good
had,
conversation.
I had something like that on my notes. Like the options were like movie, pizza,
A movie's not bad.
or a picnic.
Yeah, I would do a picnic because it really just gives you that time to get to know the person and
Yeah.
just have a good chat.
We're not into this whole clubbing thing. Do you go to clubs?
I don't even club. So again, you see, do you see like the difference?
Yeah, yeah,
Mine
yeah.
is quiet, open, not
Yeah, yeah.
crowded and
Yeah.
dark and loud. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not me. That's
But,
not me.
okay, that's very interesting. And so if let's say you're dating, right? Do you go for somebody who's in your kind of
in the
field,
field.
or do you want
No.
somebody who's completely different, so that
Yeah.
at least that way when you get to the house, you're not talking about like, yo, Nani mic'd me today, like sijui aje, Nani did my makeup crazy, like do you remember this news, you know?
And it helps to get like a different perspective from their experience
Yeah.
and their journey, and they get to. And sometimes you don't want to talk about work.
Yeah, you just want something, give me
Actually
something
leave it at the
different,
door,
give
yeah,
me something different.
and we'll just have a discussion on something entirely different. So yeah,
Okay, so somebody from a different
yeah,
walk of
don't
life.
have to be from the field. No.
Okay, interesting. So since we are winding up like just the podcast, because we've talked about a lot, and you know, the thing is like I have to respect your time first of all, because I know you have a lot on your plate, and probably you have to go and prep for a lot of things as well. There's this question I just normally ask people when we're just towards the end of the podcast, and the question is like, what's that one thing that you think you're in pursuit of right now, that you know, like if you got it, it would give you like a sense of balance? Maybe you know you want to go back to an international kind of platform. Maybe it's hobby, maybe it's a marriage somewhere on the beach. Maybe why are you laughing? Why are you laughing like that? Maybe it's another kid. Maybe you want a boy now.
Yeah.
Or just what's that one thing that you think like you're in pursuit of right now, that makes you or just gives you that drive every single day when you wake up, like, you know what?
It's so funny because the two things you mentioned are so divergent,
Yeah.
but they're two things I want to kind of get to, in terms of an international platform. That's always been my dream, just to work towards working in that space eventually. And just having a very healthy family setup, you know, where we're not perfect,
Yeah.
but we're perfect for each other, as Beyonce says.
Yeah.
But we get each other, you know, and we'll ride for each other. So yeah, for me, it's just having a really healthy, happy family setup, and eventually having that experience of working in the international media space. Yeah.
And you see, that's something that was actually in my notes. I was like, yeah,
Oh.
maybe, yeah, it was. Because,
Look at
you know,
that.
I'm just thinking, like, you know, because what's like your projection after, like, what
Oh,
you're currently
yeah.
doing?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what are you working towards next?
Yes.
So that has
Definitely
to be it.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I think we've like covered like so much in like all my notes and everything that I had to ask you, and maybe just one last one.
Yeah.
Just one last one before I let you go.